My name is Tannen. I'm a district manager for a solar company, Blue Raven, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, managing both Madison and Wisconsin, and Madison, Wisconsin. Excuse me, Milwaukee and Madison, Wisconsin. And I'm going to make a quick video of if I went back in time to talk to my former self who just started door to door for the first time. This is over a year ago now, doing door to door sales in solar. What are the 5 pieces of advice that I would give myself back then? To help reinforce and make me better then that I hope you guys can take too to up your game right when you get into the solar game as well, when you get started. So first is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. This is advice that I've learned from both, I understand it's in Navy SEAL training, Jocko Willing talks about it, extreme ownership, as well as I learned it while learning how to skydive actually. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And this goes for everything in life, especially door to door though. If you're starting to rush on the doors and you're starting to go a bit too quick, you're trying to get that lead, and you keep accelerating, that's gonna decrease the likelihood that people will sign up in general because you're starting to zombie walk. At that point, you're starting to just go through the motions, and what we're looking for is human connection. That's the most important thing, is you have that actual human connection with the person so they know that you're not just some sort of salesperson on the door, trying to shove something down their throat. You're actually there to offer them a service and you're a human being. So engage in that way. So slow down, articulate your words more if you're looking to build that connection with the homeowner. And then it's not about getting all 10 homeowners in 10 houses a report, because you try to do that on your first day, what's going to happen is no one's going to sign up. If you give your 100%, 110% to that one person on the first door and say, hey, how's it going? And you genuinely connect with them, going to be way, way, way more successful in doing that for each and every homeowner, and then build much more quality sets at the same time. So trust the process and focus on controllable inputs as well. That's something I could have really used as advice when I first started. What that really looks like is trust the process in terms of whether you're getting a lot of rejection, whether you're getting a lot of people saying they're not interested. That's part of the process. So just trust it. Just know that the path that you're on is going to take you to where you want to be, regardless, right? And then on top of that, focus on the controllable inputs. So I can't, especially when I'm starting off, control exactly how many appointments the team shows up to that I set. All those, whether the homeowner is going to be home, I can't control that. What I can control are things like when I get out on the doors, how many doors that I knock, right? How many conversations that I have a day with homeowners. I can control that in large part, depending on what time I get out. It becomes math at some point, and if I focus on fulfilling the inputs that I know are effective in terms of getting me those conversations that will actually get it to the point where people are answering the doors and then also showing up for the appointments, so I actually get a pitch, as it were, right? Then I'm going to find a lot more success because I'm focusing on those controllable inputs. If I focus on the uncontrollable outputs, for example, I'm going to have a lot more dissatisfaction because I'm measuring my worth off something that I can't control, right? So your job is to help them make a yes or no decision. So that means if they say yes or they say no, that's great. That's what closing is. That's what we're doing in terms of when we're closing the deal to have them sign up for a report. In this case, we're paid on the nose as well. Keep that in mind. So if you look at your paycheck, if you were to count how many no's you got at the doors, and then you really put your all in, and then obviously a number of people will say yes. You take the math and you do, okay, I made this much money. I made $3-4 grand this week. Divide that by how many no's that you got in that time frame, and that's how much you paid for each no. Like, think about it that way. It's an easy reframe. But even on top of that is most people, I learned this from Alex Ramosi, in terms of closing, most people are either yes, they're going to, in general, unless you mess it up, they're going to say yes to whatever you're offering, or they're going to say no, and they were just going to be a solid no in the first place. But the worst case scenario, and what we're trying to help as closers, is people are in the maybe. So there's the yes, no, and then the maybe. Most of the people are in the maybe. They're on the fence, right? They don't really know. So our job is to talk to all people and make sure they're falling on the yes or the no. Regardless of, don't focus on whether it's a yes or no at first. obviously the yes, right? That we want to set up appointments. We'll get to that. But if you're getting a yes or a no, that's great. That's fantastic. You're helping them be decisive and take power over their choices, right? Versus kind of being like, well, I don't know if I want solar right now or something like that, right? That's perfectly fine if they're being unsure. It's our opportunity and our job to help them build that power, build that confidence in making a decision that yes, I would like a free solar report, or no, I would not like a free solar report. Does that make sense? Knowing the script and showing up as a confident professional are key. This is something that I really, really valued that I chose to do because my manager at the time told me to do then at that same time too, is that get the script down as close to 100% as possible. We have all the methods for that. Robert Downey Jr. method. Record yourself and just listen in the shower while you're driving. Listen to yourself. Write out the whole thing, right? And actually speak it is an important part. If you show up confidently as a confident professional, knowing that, hey, I'm with a reputable business that's been around for over a decade now, these reports are really valuable, and we're here to serve homeowners and help them take advantage of an opportunity that, one, is not going to be here forever. Tax credit's going away. If you've seen this later, it's gone away at the solar tax credit at the end of 2025. And even on top of that, our goal, showing up as that confident professional, like it's just an identity. Like I can show up on my first door as, within the identity that I know what I'm doing, and then show up that way with my confident script with the homeowner, have a lot more likelihood of having them sign up because I'm just there and I'm present, I'm confident, I'm sharing my script. I laugh off if I make a mistake or something, not a big deal, I'm human too. Homeowners can see that, they can be very humanizing. But with that confident professional manner, they're just going to have a lot more confidence and respect in our process because we are showing up in a way that you would want someone to show up as a homeowner too, right? As someone who's confident, someone who's professional, someone who's human, right? And then lastly, the energy this is the most important thing I would say. The energy that I bring, that you bring to the door is really the most important thing. It's the energy. So if you're really in the slumps for whatever reason, like you just broke up with your partner, or they're just in an argument, or you're just having a hard time, call your manager, right? They can help you work through that. That's what they're what they're there for. Go for a walk around the block or something. Seriously, go for a walk. Breathe. Just breathe. Go listen to your favorite song. Go listen to something. Go change your state. Go bring yourself back into okay, I'm not as like downward negative energy, as much, because we bring that to the door. And then if we have a negative response to when they say no, for example, it becomes a negative feedback loop. Notice that we can control whether it's a positive or negative reaction to a no, to a rejection, to a not interested, to an objection, when in reality, they're all gifts, right? Rejection turns me on, is how Taylor McCarthy says it. So those are the 5 things that I think are the most important. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You want to trust the process, focus on the controllable inputs that you have. Your job is to help them make a yes or no decision. Either way, that's great. Knowing the script and becoming across as a confident professional, those are super key, especially starting off, and then you'll grow with that. And then on top of that, the energy that you bring to the door is the most important thing. So hope these 5 things help in terms of starting your career on door-to-door, and hope you have a great day.